Hi, this is Amanda with AKR Fam, and this is another episode of Budget Bride Diaries. So I'm going to be talking to you today about cake tasting. A couple weeks ago, Kemp and I went and had our cake tasting, and it was a lot of fun. But I just want to give you a couple tips that I felt to be helpful, and also now looking back, things that I kind of would have took into consideration before I went on my cake tasting. Number one would be to eat before you go, because everything is going to taste good. You're going to be focusing more on just that you're hungry and not necessarily on the flavors. It's kind of overwhelming. They give you so many options. They give you a lot of different flavors. So there's a lot of different combinations, and if you are just starving, you're just going to be focusing on the fact that you're hungry and not focusing on actually what goes together. Look at the aftermath. Yeah, it's yummy cake, but I'm like really full now, so.
It is good.
It is.
I think we figured it out.
Yeah, I think so too. However, don't eat right before you go. Give yourself a little bit of time. So we just finished our cake tasting, and like I ate so much cake that I like could never eat cake again. So the cake that we get for our wedding, I'm not gonna eat it because I can't eat any more cake ever. Just kidding. I know, I'll eat it. I love cake. Number two, have a design in mind. Well, before you go for your cake tasting, you should definitely have a design of your, like a plan of your wedding design already in place. That way you kind of know what will fit with it. I would say go to Pinterest and start pinning some potential ideas for what you want your cake to look like. But once you have an idea of what you want to do for your design for your cake, take pictures with you. You can kind of give the cake designer an idea what you're looking for. Our next tip, which is be flexible. I took a picture of what I thought our wedding cake was gonna look like. I really liked this design. It goes really well with our theme. And then we got there and realized that to make the design that I wanted on the cake, it is a special tool that they don't have. They could order it for a price, obviously, so I'd have to pay for that. It went a little different than I expected, because some of the things I wanted, it was like way more, and I'm like, yeah, that's not necessary. So we had to kind of change up our style. The whole cake actually is different than I thought. Be flexible, we had to be flexible, so I had to realize that those things were not gonna happen. So have a budget in mind. I would say call and get an idea of how much they charge per serving, and you can kind of see where you'd like to go. Some might be cheaper than others. If you do have a strict budget for cake, I would suggest looking at like home bakers. If they have good reviews, if they have a website, and they are a legit business, they just work out of their home, you probably can get a better deal, a nice amount of time. That brings us to our next one. Look out for hidden costs. We have a pretty small wedding. We don't need a ton of cake because we're not gonna have a ton of people. Basically, we had to make our cake smaller, because what they do for a hidden fee is they take the number that you give your venue on how many guests you think you'll have, and that's the amount of cake that they're gonna give you, right? If you don't use all that cake, however many servings you don't use, they're gonna make you pay per serving for all those servings that you did not use. And it was kind of like a shocker, because maybe they don't all do this, but I would absolutely suggest asking, because that was like a whoa situation. The only other thing I want to say is that there are so many different events that you have to go on while you're planning your wedding. I feel like it is a good idea to just take one of those events and turn it into just a just like almost like a date, and that's what we did. But turn it into just about you and your fiance if you can. I know some people have huge families, and that would be like, they would be so mad at you if you did that. I would say if you can possibly take one of those planning aspects of your wedding and turn it into just about you and your fiance, I think that you'll really like that, because looking back, it's just like a quiet time, a quiet moment for you guys to really reflect on the fact that you're getting married. And when you're dealing with cake, like bakeries, a lot of times they don't have room for a lot of people. So if you were gonna choose one to make it a date and just go with the two of you, I would think that cake tasting might be a really nice one. So we are on our way to our date night section of this eventful day. Getting down, Cap?
Oh, it's good.
So good.
It is good.
Yeah, hopefully you have a great time planning your cake for your wedding. And yeah, so thank you for watching, and tune in again next time for more Budget Bride Diaries. Hopefully I'll be having some more coming up soon. And yeah, so I'll see you next time. Bye.